When I hear the word optimism, many memories and definitions come into my mind. As a little girl, I used to mention many times these words, but those times I didn't know their meaning. Probably I heard it from the adults and I used to repeat it to convince my parents that I was growing up and I could understand more things than they thought I could. Now I know the special and powerful meaning that this word carries. Optimism is a general disposition to expect the best in all the things or to have the feeling that everything is going to turn out well. Someone who does that has more chances to be happy than the others. I think that I always used to be optimistic. I still think that good person will be recompensed for their good actions and the evil ones will be punished for their evil actions. The right is right and it is worthy. It cannot be kept hidden. In other words, I agree with the thought that good defeats the evil in the world. Someone could say that this is the way of thinking of a child, but he would be wrong. I do not agree with that, but even if it really were, what is wrong with seeing the world as a child does? It would be wonderful to be characterized by the energy of children. This is the way of thinking of an optimistic person. Life is full of difficulties, and I think that the ones who have more chances to pass through them successfully are the optimistic people. I always appreciated them and tried to learn the way they see life. What they expected from life and what they expected from themselves. I consider myself optimistic because I have the disposition to look out for the more favorable side of the circumstances and people. An example of that is that I always try to see the best in my friends. Even when one of them doesn't act correctly, I try to comprehend him. I keep in mind a good image of him trying to justify till a certain point his action with the difficulty of the circumstances. This fact makes me a confident and hopeful person. I really enjoy being someone like that. The day seems better and goes on better if you start it with optimistic smiles. That is how I start my new activities. In general, people are afraid of new things. This is not good because the anxiety can turn into a real problem and become an obstacle for the future. This does not happen to me. Every time I start a new activity, I think about it with hope and joy. I think about it as something positive for my future. This makes the thing easier to be handled. This attitude gives you the opportunity to succeed in your commitments. If you expect a favorable outcome from the activities that you perform, you have more probabilities to come out with success than the others. To begin something with enthusiasm gives you courage to go straight away without being disturbed. Anxiety and fear for the future are the reasons that do not allow someone to achieve his goals. Some people think that the optimism doesn't allow you to see how things really are. It makes you expect only the best, and there is a great risk of disappointment. I do not think so. In my opinion, it helps you to face different problems in a positive way and as a result to solve them. Optimism gives you force and courage from the inside. I have my personal experience on that. Every time I get disappointed from an experience, I do not stay all time crying over it. I try to gather the best by defying all the good and bad things I learned from it. When I come into a difficult situation, I expect it to teach me worthy things for my life, even if apparently all seems going bad. We all have to think that these kinds of situations bring strength, experience, and commitment to do your best. The way to prove optimism is the challenge. If someone is capable to walk straight through challenges with faith and courage, we can definitely consider him an optimistic person. Most of the people don't do that. Only a certain part of the society performs like that, and I consider myself a part of it. I enjoy being optimistic because this fact brings positive energy to my life. There is nothing wrong with seeing the world where we live better than it is. Optimism stays much closed with happiness, which means that you have a feeling or a state of mind characterized by contentment, love, pleasure, or joy. Thinking positively can improve stress management, productivity, and what is most important, your health. The emotional health is the main factor of success or failure. For everyone is good to see the others smiling at him. If optimism makes you see the world better, I am really happy to be optimistic. You can find this and many other essay samples on our website studycorgi.com.